Here's what's fascinating about female psychology. Women rarely just disappear without warning. Their minds work differently than ours. While men tend to be direct about problems, women drop breadcrumbs of dissatisfaction long before they make their exit. These aren't games or manipulation tactics. These are genuine attempts at communication that most men fail to recognize. The first signal you need to watch for is what I call the enthusiasm fade. This isn't about her being less physically affectionate, although that might happen too. This is about her energy when she talks to you. Pay attention to how she responds to your stories, your jokes, your plans. When a woman is genuinely interested, she mirrors your energy. She asks follow-up questions. She builds on your conversations. But when she starts pulling away, her responses become shorter, less engaged, almost mechanical. You might notice she says things like, "That's nice," or "cool," instead of her usual animated responses. She might still laugh at your jokes, but the laughter feels hollow, like she's going through the motions. This enthusiasm fade often happens gradually, which is why so many men miss it completely. The second major signal is the future planning shutdown. Women who are invested in you naturally include you in their future thinking. They'll mention events months away and assume you'll be there. They'll talk about trips they want to take, restaurants they want to try with you, or how they imagine holidays together. But when doubt creeps in, this future talk stops abruptly. She might even start making solo plans for events she would have automatically included you in before. If she mentions a wedding coming up and doesn't immediately assume you're her plus one, or if she books a vacation with friends without even discussing it with you, these aren't coincidences. She's mentally preparing for a future without you. Here's another critical signal that flies under most men's radar: the appreciation drought. When women are happy with you, they naturally express gratitude and acknowledgement for things you do. Not because they're needy or dependent, but because appreciation is how emotionally healthy people maintain connection. But when she starts checking out mentally, this appreciation stops. You might still be doing the same thoughtful things you always did, but she stops noticing or acknowledging them. The thank you texts disappear. She stops commenting on your efforts. This isn't because she's suddenly ungrateful. It's because she's emotionally distancing herself as a protective mechanism. Watch for changes in her social media behavior too. This one's particularly telling in our digital age. When women are happy in relationships, they naturally share moments with you. Not necessarily posting couple photos constantly, but including you in their digital world. She might tag you in memes, share stories that include you, or simply acknowledge your presence in her life online. But when she's pulling away, you'll notice you start disappearing from her social media world. She might still post regularly, but you're no longer part of that narrative. She might even start posting things that seem designed to show how independent and fulfilled she is without you. Physical availability changes are another huge indicator. I'm not talking about sex, although that might change too. I'm talking about her general availability for spending time together. When women are invested, they make time for you even when their schedules are packed. They might be busy, but they find windows to connect. But when doubt sets in, suddenly her schedule becomes completely full. She's always got plans with friends, work commitments, family obligations. It's not that these things aren't real, but she's subconsciously prioritizing everything else over time with you. She's testing what life feels like without you as a central part of it. Here's a particularly subtle one that most men never catch: the problem-sharing cutoff. When women trust and value you, they naturally share their challenges and frustrations with you. Not because they want you to fix everything, but because sharing builds intimacy and connection. But when she starts emotionally withdrawing, she stops bringing her problems to you. She might be dealing with stress at work, conflicts with friends, or family drama, but you're no longer her go-to person for support. Instead, she handles these things independently or turns to other people in her circle. Communication timing shifts are equally important. When women are engaged with you, they respond to your messages with reasonable timing. Even if they're busy, they'll send quick responses or let you know when they can talk properly. But when they're checking out mentally, response times increase dramatically. She might take hours or even days to respond to messages that would have gotten immediate responses before. And when she does respond, the messages feel obligatory rather than genuine. She's not deliberately playing games. She's just not prioritizing communication with you anymore. The validation-seeking behavior change is another major red flag. When women are secure in their relationship with you, they don't need constant validation from other sources. But when they start questioning the relationship, they often begin seeking attention and validation elsewhere. This might manifest as increased activity on dating apps if you're not exclusive, more flirtatious behavior with other men, or simply spending more time cultivating attention from male friends or colleagues. She's not necessarily cheating or planning to cheat. She's testing her options and rebuilding her confidence independently of you. Watch for changes in how she talks about other men too. When women are committed to you, other men barely register on their radar in a romantic sense. But when doubt creeps in, she might start mentioning attractive qualities of other men more frequently. She might tell stories about male coworkers, friends, or even strangers in ways that feel different than before. The emotional support reversal is particularly painful when you recognize it. In healthy relationship dynamics, there's natural give and take in emotional support. But when women start pulling away, they often stop providing emotional support while still expecting to receive it from you. She might be less comforting when you're stressed, less encouraging about your goals, and less interested in being your emotional safe harbor. Meanwhile, she might still expect you to be available for her emotional needs. This isn't necessarily conscious manipulation. It's often a subconscious way of creating distance while maintaining some benefits of the relationship. Here's what you need to understand about all these signals. Recognition is only the first step. Most men, when they finally notice these changes, make the mistake of becoming more clingy, more available, or more accommodating. This almost always backfires completely. When you notice these signals, the most effective response is often to create space yourself. Not as a punishment or manipulation tactic, but as a way to reset the dynamic. Women need to feel like they might lose something valuable to remember why they wanted it in the first place. Start prioritizing your own goals, interests, and social life. Become less available, not out of spite, but out of genuine investment in your own growth and happiness. Often this shift in energy can reignite interest that was fading. The key is recognizing these signals early enough to take effective action. Once a woman has completely checked out mentally, it's extremely difficult to rebuild that connection. But if you catch these subtle signs early, you have a much better chance of turning things around. Remember, healthy relationships require both people to be actively engaged and invested. These signals often indicate that the woman is protecting herself from deeper hurt by gradually creating distance. Understanding this psychology allows you to respond in ways that either rebuild connection or gracefully accept when it's time to move on. The most important thing is developing the awareness to recognize these patterns before they become irreversible, giving you the power to make informed decisions about your relationships. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.